So there is a possibility that could be leaving Monday nights. I mean, Nick Khan is basically saying that. That's what he's admitting. I mean, if they're already talking like this, then Monday Night Raw will not be on Monday nights, right? Let me switch over to my playback. First and foremost, salute. What's up, everybody? This is an impromptu live stream. There's no way something of this magnitude could go off without BC going live. We had just finished the Raw review, over an hour long, early this morning. And the second I got done with that Raw review, I got word on what was happening with Raw, Netflix, The Rock. And I was still recording at the time, just shut off all the production lights. So I just decided to keep that in and put it at the beginning of the Raw review. So that's what you guys saw a few hours ago. I know over 3,000 of you guys have already caught that, so I appreciate it. All my thoughts on Monday Night Raw, guys, it's up on the channel right now. And my initial live reaction to all of this news, that's up on the channel. So I don't want you thinking this is the Raw review, guys. This is not. This is just, I don't know, this could go 20 minutes, this could go an hour. But I have new information on the big stories with an S. That's pretty much just, it literally shook the pro wrestling world because this just changed everything. This changed everything. There are a lot of fans. You guys don't even realize, man. There's a lot of fans. Their families cannot just afford $8, $9, $10, whatever it is, for Netflix every month. They just can't. Getting dinner on the table, hard enough. Legit, man. So just know that they're not going to be able to catch Monday Night Raw. They're just not. This is a streaming service. It's paid to play. So I just think of that first. I know, BC, I mean, such is, man. It's business. I get it. I just feel bad, you know? As it is, cable television, hardships are real, and there's a lot of families that can't even afford cable television. So that sucks. But this is business, and this is massive business. And I told you guys, there was no way Nicholas Khan, there was no way on planet Earth, BC told you this, there was no way Nicholas Khan was getting a huge increase in TV rights deal for this next Raw deal for cable television. There was no way. I told you he was going to have to go to streaming services. I thought it was going to be Amazon. They're really going heavy, way more than Peacock. They just dipped their toes in with this latest NFL playoff game. But Amazon, they're going big time into the live sporting aspect, especially the NFL. Amazon, I thought, was going to pay massive money. But he was not getting that deal from the USA Network or from Warner Brothers Discovery. There wasn't a Fox, an ABC, or a CBS that was going to give Nicholas Khan $500 million over 10 years. And by the way, after 5 years, Netflix can bail. Very interesting concept. This whole structuring of the deal, 10 years, $500 million per year, but Netflix can bail after 5, and if they like what they see, they have total control to regroup another 10 years. This could be 2 decades of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. We've only had 3 decades of Monday Night Raw. Massive, man. This is massive. And you talk about updates and details that we're getting in. There's a bunch. I'm just hoping I can get through all of this. So if you don't mind, let me just get a coffee, because I want to, first I want to talk, there's a lot to get to. I want to talk about moving Monday nights, first of all, because that's happening. Just so you guys know. And Demonte Ty Drew, 13-month membership. Brother, salute, man. Gold card channel member. I see you, Demonte. Salute BC in the AMP unit, just getting out of work, about to hit the gym right now, 13 months later, and still staying amplified. Well, dude, get your workout in and let BC scream for the next hour while you're doing your workout, brother. You don't need the tunes. BC will get you jacked up. Hey, Demonte Ty Drew, I appreciate you, brother. Dante Jaron 23, 13 months as well. Happy 13-month anniversary to the AMP unit. I appreciate you, Dante Jaron 23. Keep rocking, brother. Sam Byers as well, brother. I think it was Sam Byers, right? 13 months from Sam Byers. 13 months, man. That means all of these gold card channel members you're seeing in this chat right now with those 13-month membership, bro, these are channel members down from day one, not ish, from day one with the channel membership. Come on, bro. You guys rock. Salute. Those first swigs will be for you guys. Let me get my... I finally got... This is Dunkin' Extra Extra, man. The cream and the sugar all in one. How badass is that? I don't know how much I truly need. But we're gonna start off with Monday Night Raw switching nights. First and foremost, to all my channel members up in here, salute. Much love and respect. Thank you for... As this story is ever developing, trusting BC to be your source to bring you all the accurate information compiled all into one upload. Because I assure you, I've been busting my ass for you guys. I've been trying to compile every bit of factual statements and confirmations from all across the board, bruh. And I'm going to compile it right here for you guys. Salute. Ah, that's good. Yep. That's freaking delicious, man. Thank you, Dunkin' Donuts. So, Monday Night Raw, Alicia Vukovic, 13 months. Mine too, missed the birthday dinner last week. Hope I get it this Friday, 13-month. Alicia, salute. I appreciate you. Man, a lot of 13-month membership, man. I love it. These are some of the first ever channel members, dude. All right, so here's the deal. So... The Michael K show earlier, they're going over this, right? The whole deal, and the question was, are they going to stay on Monday nights? And Peter Rosenberg was quick to say yes, yeah, as far as I know, and he got cut off quickly by Michael K, the host of the show, also the host of the, or should I say the lead commentator broadcaster of the New York Yankees. He cut Peter Rosenberg off quick, and he was like, no, I am hearing there's a good chance it's taken off of Mondays. They have not made that decision yet. And that was pretty quick. He's got a lot of people in the know too. He heard that pretty quickly. So upon my research, I started hearing that Netflix, part of this deal is to option them off of Mondays. Then I heard the interview, or read, I should say, Nicholas Khan's interview from, I believe it was the Pat McAfee show. Check this out. This is what Nick Khan says, and this is a quote about Monday Night Raw leaving Monday nights once they go on Netflix. He says, as it remains right now, it is Monday Night Raw. Keep in mind, he says this because in the initial press release, Netflix did not call it Monday Night Raw. That was on purpose, obviously. They're just leaving that open. So he says, as it remains, at this moment in time, it remains Monday Night Raw. Nick Khan goes on to say, keep in mind, we have 10 and a half months until this deal is up and running. I'm going to say that again. We have 10 and a half months until this deal is up and running. He's telling you, expect anything at this point. He's softening the blow. But he goes on, right? He says, and I quote, we're looking at what you're looking at, meaning the metrics, the statistics, all of the studies that have been done. And Monday night is so popular on television, it's become overcrowded. So he says, we're looking at what you're looking at and what everyone else is looking at. You have a proliferation of gambling with Monday Night Football. So they love that, right? They love the gambling with the football. So right there, they don't want to screw with that. Monday Night Football. Gambling has taken a big kind of stronghold on Monday Night Football. It doesn't really affect Monday Night Raw's ratings, though. That's the funny part, right? They're around 1.7 before football, and they're hovering 1.4 to 1.6 after football. Doesn't really matter. That's just how they've always been. But they don't want to screw with the betting on Monday Night Football and, of course, Monday Night Football up front. Nick Khan then says you have an enhanced Disney package. You have better games. You have the Manning cast. You also have the college national championships, other football, and hoops on Mondays. You just have a lot of Mondays where there is stiff competition. If we stay on Mondays, it'll work. If we move to a different day, we think it will also work as well. Boom! That's the line right there, guys. If we move to a different day, We think it'll work too. That means they've already had these discussions. This isn't something that in the next 10 and a half months, Netflix is going to go, guys, we have to have a meeting. I think we want to take Monday Night Raw off of Mondays. No, this is already in the works. These talks have been dragging on for a while for a reason. They're trying to get all of the I's dotted and all of the T's crossed. Netflix does not want this show on Mondays. Doesn't mean concrete it will be removed, but they definitely don't want it on Mondays. They feel it's not the biggest bang for their buck. Too much stiff competition is what Netflix is looking at. They don't understand, right? If you just look at the ratings, it ain't that much of a difference. But when you're talking about streaming service and a lot of people might not fork over that $10 every month, well, then every view is going to matter. So what are we getting at all this? Right? If you listen to what like the Michael K's who heard instantly that they're thinking about chucking it off on Mondays, when you listen to what Nick Khan is saying himself, Monday Night Raw won't be Monday Night Raw anymore when it goes to Netflix. So then what day do you go on? I think Wednesday night would be the only night that would be optioned, right? Tuesday night is also a big sports night. Friday night is SmackDown. Unless they move Friday night to Monday, USA Network could do that. But then you wouldn't want Friday and Saturday. You wouldn't want the weekend. For $5 billion, you did not buy a product to stuff on the weekend. Fox learned that, right? Thursday, they have a lot of basketball still, I believe. I believe Wednesday night would be the only one. You'd only have competition from AEW, but they're only pulling in about 750 to 850,000 per Wednesday. So if anything, you can create a little comp and maybe get those viewers over to you. But it doesn't look like it's sticking on Mondays, I can tell you that much. Who's this? Ash! Stegmeister Stegel's 13-month membership, keeping the train alive. Happy Rumble Week. Unit, it's a busy weekend for me. Got Tekken 8 coming Friday and the Royal Rumble. Baby! Hashtag get amplified. 13 months, Stegmeister. Time flies, man. When we having fun. 12 months, Brand Q featuring Quincy. Salute, BC. So you know what? Salute to you, Quincy. I appreciate the 12-month membership, and to Stegmeister from the very beginning, 13 months. Brand Q and Stegmeister. Appreciate you guys big time, man. I'm trying to get all the channel memberships as they come in. Again, by the way, happy birthday, Alicia, as well. 13-month membership. Alicia, I appreciate you big time. So I wanted to start with that, guys, because that's some of the latest breaking news that we're getting that BC was able to compile right before we went live. Monday Night Raw is most likely, not saying for sure, they don't even know for sure, but most likely, judging by everything we're hearing, Monday Night Raw will no longer be Monday Night Raw come Netflix and that whole run. So it's just about what date you're gonna cancel out Friday through Sunday. You didn't just spend $5 billion for a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night show. You just didn't. And if you're going to be removed from Monday, well, now that just leaves Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Take your pick. Thursday is basketball night. If you're going to feel this way about football, basketball, you got to start the discussion at least. So you're left with Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm pretty sure Tuesday is still going to have NXT, right? The CW. I believe they're going to keep that on Tuesday. Then again, it's NXT. Maybe they're going to give it Das Boot. Everybody's going to nullify the deal. We all take it back. Nobody wants a part of this. NXT's booted. I don't know, but NXT's got Tuesdays. It looks like it would only be Wednesday. I don't know, man. We'll see. But I will say, man, that's massive. There's so many notes. I'm going to try to get this in a respectable amount of time, but there's a lot of updates, guys, from the last time I cut an upload a few hours ago about these situations. Again, at that point, I had just gotten done with the Raw review, and all of this news I had just gotten live, basically, while I was recording. So, where do I want to start? Let's go to... If you don't mind, I would like to go to the... Oh, hold on. Jane Donnelly, 13 months Apparently there's a train going, so many as well join in. So might as well join in. Happy Rumble Week, folks. Will you be live for the Rumble, BC? Yeah, the 13-month membership train. You guys are rocking, man. There's so many 13-month channel members, bro. This is badass. Jane Donnelly, I appreciate you, and to answer your question, I absolutely hope to be. Like a Clorox wipe, I'm 99.99% sure I will be live for the Royal Rumble Saturday night. And we will have the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Royal Rumble live. So if you guys can, man, even for a moment, stop by, say what's up. I'd love to have you, even if it is just for a moment. Or after every match to see where we're putting every tally, you can do that as well. But BC alternative commentary is always fun. You can ask any unit member. We have a blast, man. 3, 4, 5 hours. We've done 5 hours plus live. Salute. Oh, and you know what, too? Shout out to Jay Khan, 11-month membership. What are the chances Netflix would offer a free package? Jane Khan, I appreciate the membership, 11 months strong, dude. There's a chance up front, like the free month, you know what I mean? Like, or a couple months maybe, but they're going to have to get their money back. It's not just going to be advertising. They're going to get their money from that straight up subscription base. So eventually everyone will have to pay that $10 unless you can find a way around it. But they're cracking down on, like, you know how you can have a subscription and you can actually like share it with others? They're cracking down on that. And they're adding ads in. So this is the perfect time for them to capitalize on live sports and entertainment. That's why they're doing it. Jay Khan. So I have a lot to get to, guys, so I want to make sure I'm getting Janelle Layton, 13. Man, the 13-month train. I love it. Jane Donnelly already got Janelle Layton. Hello, Amp Unit. Thank you, BC, for keeping us up to date on all the important news going on. Have an amplified day. Janelle Layton, appreciate it. And listen, to every single one of you guys, and Janelle Layton, just the latest of 13-month. Damn, man, I've never seen that many straight up from day oneers in a live stream. And I know there's a lot more that are going to catch this over the next 48 hours because they're out right now doing something else. But this will be up on the channel. So for every single one of my channel members, but especially my day oneers like Janelle Layton, salute! That is badass, man. I'm glad you guys were able to catch this on a 25-minute notice impromptu live stream. Honestly, Janelle, I appreciate you. All right, so let's get into this, man. I want to start with The Rock, and then we'll go right back to the Netflix thing. But one thing we haven't talked about yet, guys, is The Rock. And he has just been appointed to the board of directors for TKO. Now, this is massive. You guys remember when they were filling in all the board seats, and everybody was shocked? You know, Paul Levesque McMahon didn't get a board seat. And I told you guys, even if you love Paul Levesque McMahon, right? There's no way he should be on the board of directors. Paul Levesque McMahon has done nothing to get on the board, right? Vince bought and owned NXT and let Paul Levesque McMahon run it. And that's where it ends, guys. That's where he has done nothing to earn a seat. He is not smarter than some of the biggest business brains in the world. There's no way. So a lot of people thought that Paul Levesque McMahon should be at the board of directors at the head table, the big boy table, not the kiddie table. No, even if you love Paul Levesque McMahon, sit the fuck at the kiddie table and shuddy. There's no way Paul Levesque McMahon should be rubbing shoulders with Ari in them. No way, bro. He hasn't done enough to do such. Just because you sat and you were the gopher to Vince McMahon for years does not put you at the same table as Vincent Kennedy. So there was a seat that was left and everybody was crying about it. It should be Paul. Should be Paul. I don't think they understand how prestigious a board of directors seat is, right? And what the process is. The elite of the elite. And I'm not talking about young bucks. So there was a seat left. Do you guys remember? It was a person to be named at a later date. Do you guys remember that? You guys remember, right? Because we went over all this. Now, all of a sudden, that person, after all these months, is finally named, and it happens to be Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. I don't think any of that was coincidence. Just like I don't think The Rock buying the XFL without a lot of hoopla, a lot of noise behind it. Vince McMahon just kind of quietly backed out of the XFL for the second time. The Rock quietly picked it up. I don't think Vince McMahon and The Rock are done with football, by the way. But when it comes to that business deal, also The Rock not done with WWE and now on the board, I think these seeds were planted long in advance. All the puzzle pieces are finally starting to go where they belong, and the picture is becoming clearer now. I think The Rock he can feed us any bull. Right? This came together last week. BS. That seat was right there, man, and you're not gonna have that unfilled for this long. That was for The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He got this seat, and you remember there was that empty seat. Now get this. You guys ready for this? You want to know how much this dude's getting to be on this? Check this out. WWE and Endeavor has confirmed they will pay Rocky $30 million in stock awards to promote the brand. The awards will vest over the course of 2024-2025. $30 million in stock awards to promote the brand. Can you talk payday? Somebody just struck pay dirt. Pay dirt on top of everything he's already getting. You got to give it up for The Rock, bro. You can't even player hate. This dude got $30 million to sit at the big boys table, and he's going to collect $30 million to promote the brand. So a few extra WWE, UFC, Endeavor, TKO t-shirts will be worn in the gym. Good job, Dwayne. That is badass, bro. Now listen to that again, though. Tell me if you guys are picking up on this. $30 million in stock awards to promote the brand. The awards will vest over the course of 2024-2025. 2 years up front that he will be at that board promoting this brand. 2 years across those 2 years. Do you guys remember that when Rock came back, he talked about the long game? See how the puzzle piece, he specifically said, we're going to play the long game on it. And we're going to do something never been done before. We're going to go bigger than ever. We're going to play the long game over the course of 2 years. Hear me out. Hear me out. What if we all win at WrestleMania? What if we all get what we want, right? The last several months, we've all been arguing and bickering, right? It's got to be Rock and Roman at Mania. I'm in that camp, by the way. Rock and Roman for sure. It is the WrestleMania main event. But then there's those people that say Cody has to finish the story, BC. Cody and Roman, and I'm a big Cody supporter, so I'm fine with it either way. I'm just not sold that Cody and Roman Part 2 is bigger than Rock and Roman with all of the history, all of the story. I don't even need a title. But what if we all get what we want? What if The Rock was the one to cost Roman the championship at WrestleMania this year? Cody wins the title. He finishes his story. The Rock shocks the world with his actions at WrestleMania, and we set up Rock and Roman for 41. Nobody screw with my main event deal. Nobody talk about struggle and adversity for an entire year. I don't want to hear about triple threat matches or fatal four-ways. Rock versus Roman. And you have 2 titles for the other night. Pick one. I don't care. Call it a double main event on Saturday or Sunday. But one of those nights, Rock and Roman better be main eventing. And there's no title on the line. You don't need the title. Cody already got that. Maybe you can build to Cody and Randy Orton for the title, for all I care. Hopefully by then, Randy Orton is a diabolical heel, because I love when Randy Orton is that viper and he's punting Legends' dome pieces off. That's the best Randy Orton. But what if? What if you ain't getting The Rock and Roman and everybody's crying for nothing that wants Cody to finish? So what if The Rock just cost Roman? So it's the same setup as last year. Everybody thinks Solo is going to cost Cody again, but The Rock saves the day, helps Cody out. Cody takes the title, he runs off, and now Roman and Rock is set up. I know, you got a full year, I get it. It would have to be more well done than John Cena and The Rock when they announced it a full year in advance, and they really didn't go back to it much. But The Rock is saying they're playing that long game. There is a lot going into this. I think if done correctly, I'm okay with that. What do you think? We all get our own way, right? We all get our own way there, man. We all get what we want, I should say. I'm okay with that. I'm willing to meet in the middle. As long as we eventually get to The Rock and Roman main eventing WrestleMania, whether it's 40 or 41. It can't be farther than that. But this is telling us that he is on that board through 2024, 2025 to promote WWE, UFC, TKO. Well, that would be one hell of a way to do it. Just like they did with Cena and Rock, you can expand one thing into 2 separate years. Possible. Now, I'm not even done. I told you I was compiling shit, right? For you guys, man. I've been busting my ass to make sure you guys have the latest up-to-date details on all these stories. So, the executive chairman of TKO, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, has left a statement on The Rock joining the board. The executive chairman of TKO, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, says, and I quote, very few people on the planet understand the convergence of sports, entertainment, media, and business like The Rock. We are proud to have him join the TKO board, and we know he will take us to new heights. End quote by Vincent Kennedy McMahon, VKM, the executive chairman of TKO. A little bit of fun, by the way. Grayson Waller, I don't know if you guys caught this. Grayson Waller on his little social doohickey account. He said, wait, does this mean Dwayne is my new boss now? Grayson Waller, wait, is Dwayne my new boss now? He truly doesn't know. Let me tell you how this works. Not technically, but yes. I say yes because the board has so much pull, so much sway, so much power, especially when it's Dwayne. So technically, no. But in a roundabout way, even Paul Levesque McMahon is going to answer to Daddy Johnson, to Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Even Paul Levesque McMahon is going to have to answer eventually to The Rock. He is at the board. But technically, no. In a roundabout way, yes, they have a lot of pull, a lot of power. And let's be honest, all the decisions are being made in those rooms. That's why we call it the big boy table, right? That's where everything is being determined. Which hills you're going to battle on, which ones you're going to leave alone, what's going to be changed. This is the chance for the powers, the suits and ties to really speak up what they're not happy with, what they're thrilled with, what we want more of, what we don't want to see any more of. It's big, man. So big deal there, man. Big deal. And then The Rock, also in this deal, this was a big part of this deal for The Rock. He gets full rights to The Rock name from here on out. Vince McMahon and WWE always held the rights to The Rock. They had a really unique deal, though, where he still gets to use it and even gets percentage. Vince McMahon and WWE were always making a boat ton every time he used the name The Rock, right? So a lot of people think he just became Dwayne Johnson, his real name, just because it's better for Hollywood. No, it was also because he was tired of losing money by just using The Rock's name. So now under this new deal, he will get the full rights to The Rock name. That includes all trademarks involving The Rock. All. And I believe there was 4 separate ones. I forgot exactly what category they were under, but there was 4 separate ones. He gets to use all of them now, no matter the category, and he does not have to worry about anybody else making money off of it. So that's what we have with The Rock. I'm probably missing some. My notes are all over the place now. I'm sure if I think of anything else or I come across anything, I think there was another story too, but we'll get to it. But first I want to go back to Netflix, if you don't mind. Back over to Netflix. Netflix's deal, right? $5 billion over 10 years. Netflix will have exclusive rights to air all WWE programming internationally, guys. SmackDown, NXT, premium live events, it doesn't matter. Internationally, they will have the full exclusivity. However, it will not affect the US TV deals. So that means USA with SmackDown and the CW with NXT in the States, not affected. So those will remain. All pay-per-views will air on Netflix internationally to start and eventually for the States as well. All premium live event pay-per-views will be on Netflix eventually. For now, it's internationally. The Peacock deal is still in effect, at least for the States. But that will all, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, eventually they will all be on Netflix. Now, the big problem that they have, there's a massive problem right now with WWE, and they're currently, probably right now as we speak, they're trying to come to a conclusion. I have exactly what I think is going to happen, guys. But it's a big problem, and something better get done soon. Sooner rather than later. But the Netflix deal isn't for until January 2025. Now, the deal with Monday Night Raw and the USA Network, it expires October of this year. So that means you're going to have to about a 2 to 2.5 month temporary home for Monday Night Raw. Again, the USA Network Monday Night Raw contract, it ends October of this year. Netflix is not picking up this new deal until January. They need a temporary home. There's no way they're going on a 2-month hiatus. That's too much business lost. Here's what I believe is going to happen, and I will keep track on this story for you guys. I believe the USA Network will extend their contract. They're still in a good working relationship. SmackDown is going to USA, and the problem with the extension, though, is if you do move SmackDown to Monday nights and you're extending Monday nights, well, then that starts in October. So that's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky. BC didn't think that one through. Hold up. SmackDown is going to USA October. There's a good chance they could put that on Monday nights. So they wouldn't be able to extend. So where's Raw going to go for 2.5 months? I still think, man, if they work out a deal where maybe SmackDown stays on Fridays or maybe it goes to Wednesday nights, USA Network will extend the Monday Night Raw program for 2.5 months to get them to Netflix because they do have a good working relationship. It's going to be interesting to see, man. Eric Leno, salute, man. A 13-month membership. Gold team, go! Eric Leno, I don't know when you jumped on the stream, bro, but there has been a 13-month membership, gold card, board of director train today, bro. There is so many 13-month members, bro. Join the club. I appreciate you, Eric Leno. Love seeing all these gold cards up in the chat. Salute. I say it once, I said it a billion times, man. I have the best channel members in the community, easily, hands down. The best channel members, bro. You guys show up and show out, even if not live. You'll come 24, 48 hours later when it's up on the channel, and you'll still show that support, bro. Appreciate you big time. So, I don't know. We're going to have to see as far as the extension, but that is confirmed. They're going to need a temporary home, guys. As of right now, there's no... Nick Khan has commented on it. He just says, we're working on that now. Well, you better get on it. Because if USA Network wants SmackDown on Mondays, well, that just took out your best option of an extension. We'll keep track of it. Yes. If you guys missed the beginning of this stream, leaving Monday nights for Monday Night Raw is more than likely going to happen. Nick Khan has already talked about very stiff competition, the inclusion of betting on Monday Night Football games. It looks like Netflix wants nothing to do with all of that Monday night. To them, I'm sure garbage. From all of the football games, college or NFL, holidays. And everything else in between. They know that Monday nights is becoming overcrowded, and it's reserved for too many things now. It's going to affect their numbers. If they can switch that to another night, and the research and data shows that they're not going to get hurt too much on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, they're going to do such. It just can't affect SmackDown or CW's NXT. But it looks like Monday Night Raw is going to leave Monday night. So that's a big story that we were talking about before we even went into the Rock and straight up Netflix. Let me see what you guys, man. Let me get you guys up on a bigger screen if you don't mind. See what you guys are saying about this, bro. There you guys are. Where's my gold team at? Who's up in here? James Shrimp Fajitas, gold. Carlos Ray, Eric Leno. My gold. Diamante Todd Drew, Alicia. Jay Khan, Janelle Layton. Jane Donnelly, Brad Boyer. James Shrimp Fajitas. Always good to see my gold team up in here, man. My channel members. You guys rock. What do you think, man? James Shrimp Fajitas, what are you thinking, bro? Hey, are you guys gonna... you mind if I do a little poll? I want to see how many of you guys are actually gonna watch Raw on Netflix, man. Throw that out. Hold on. All right, let's see, man. Are you guys watching Raw on Netflix? Can't even believe I'm saying that, bro. Netflix. We're going to be streaming Monday Night Raw. In about 15 seconds, I'm going to ask you guys a question in your chat. Just answer yes or no if you don't mind. I need at least 100 of you guys to answer for this to be a legitimate poll. So are you guys watching Raw on Netflix? This will be up in your chat within the next 15 seconds, I would say. If you don't mind, just giving it a quick yes or no. I need at least 100 of you guys within the next 2 minutes before this becomes legitimate. %66% so far saying, yeah, we 64% saying we're already at 75 votes, by the way. So just a few more. We don't even need 2 minutes. We just needed about 15 seconds. We about to have the 100 votes. 64%, 65. I keep switching. Roughly 65% saying yes, and roughly 35 saying no. 64, 65. Yeah, so it looks to be about 65 35. We already have 100 votes, guys. You could keep voting if you want, but we did get the 100 votes way before 2 minutes was up. You guys absolutely rock. I appreciate it. Over 100 votes, I should say. And that is 64%, 36. 64 say yes. So that's basically 6 to 7 people out of every 10 will watch on Netflix. This is a small microcosm of the bigger audience, obviously, but these are how tests are done. This is how you do in shape metrics. So I'm going to end that poll. We're already over 100, guys. I'm not even going to keep it up for the full 2 minutes. Because then it'll just distract me. So the results will be up in your chat within the next 15 seconds. My results are showing 64% yes, 35% no. So appreciate that. So you guys, from here on out, you will have to pay to watch Monday Night Raw. It will be on Netflix. You might be able to jump on board with a deal where like maybe you get a month or two free, right? But overall, in the end, you will be paying for Monday Night Raw from here on out, and that will be with ads. Whether you're paying for an ad tier or not, by the time this goes onto Netflix, you're going to be getting ads no matter what, and you're going to be paying. So this is going to hurt the consumer, but, if you were already paying for Peacock, you could just pretty much cancel that off because that's going to be gone. Like I said, even the pay-per-views are all going to go to Netflix. And there might not be any reason for you to keep Peacock. So I guess it's not that. I don't know the difference between the two. Maybe you guys do. Peacock's, what they're charging and what Netflix charges. I don't know. I have them all. I probably don't even need most of these, but I have them all. I just don't see any need for Peacock anymore. I don't see myself going back and watching an old 1990s episode of Saved by the Bell. So, maybe you guys can just switch over to Netflix at this point. And it's also the principle for a lot of people. There's no way I'm going to watch like this, but that's where the world is going, guys. There's NFL playoff game. Playoff games were just on Peacock. A playoff game exclusively on a streaming service. The Yankees, once a week, you have to go on Amazon Prime, and once every 2 weeks, you have to go on Apple TV. Apple and Amazon. You used to be able to just watch their home network, the Yes Network. Now you have to have all these different streaming services. It sucks, but that's the way of the world. Now you have to have about 12 streaming services to watch everything that you would like to watch. It was only a matter of time. Nick Khan and WWE wanted to get every dime, every penny they possibly could. Hey, good business. I hear you. But in doing such, they just left cable. They left a lot of fans in the dark. They did, guys. It's ruthless business. I get it, but you're leaving a lot of fans out in the cold that loved your product, and maybe their family just cannot afford $10 for Netflix and Monday Night Raw. Maybe they never got to see the pay-per-views. But at least they were always able to see Raw and SmackDown. Now, starting January, there's no more of that. They can't even watch Monday Night Raw. This is big. This is a massive change in the game. You're forcing everybody, no matter which night this lands, you're forcing everybody to go to this streaming services. Turn on your Rokus, go on your straight up apps, whatever it is, however you get to Netflix, they're making you do that now. You're no longer getting that in your cable service or on any of these networks or broadcast shows. This is a change in the game, and NFL dabbled into it. NBA dabbled into it. Baseball has dabbled into it. WWE and Netflix said, let's just go. Let's go. Head first, let's rock. Who knows how this is going to turn out? For anybody that says ratings don't matter, right? Cable they don't care. Cable companies are happy as long as they land number one on the night or in the top 5. Wait till you see Netflix. If they don't feel they're getting a return on their investment, if their ROI is low, if they feel like their subscription count is not where it should be, WWE will start hearing about this in the first 6 months, and they got to wait 5 years for the opt-out. Netflix has been known to drop shows on a dime without any notice when they don't think they're getting a bang for their buck. So this is going to be heavier than ratings. We're going to be keeping track of Netflix's numbers for sure, because don't be shocked if they're opting out in 5 years. And then we play the game again. Does Amazon jump in at that point? But leaving Monday nights, that's wild. For over 30 years, man, Monday nights, it's like appointment television. Even when Raw was really bad, when I think Monday nights, when I just think Monday, I just think Raw. It's like natural. Monday night or Monday is just Monday Night Raw. It's like so many things get switched around for it. From the time you're a kid to no matter when, it's just like you switch things around so you can catch the program. And then I created this channel. You guys have a lot of fun with the reviews. So I'm like, dude, yeah, obviously I love doing it. You guys enjoy the reviews. So Monday Night Raw stayed that's just my Monday night thing. And that's all I've ever really known for 3 decades plus. So it's going to be so odd every Monday night not to have Raw. It really is, guys. That may sound strange. Maybe some of you guys, like, you know where I'm coming from, right? Maybe you feel the same way. Like, Monday's just Monday Night Raw. It's just natural to not have it, even when it was bad, right? Which still, it ain't the greatest, but it's still Monday Night Raw. Like, in a weird way, you still look forward to it, you know? You know that for those 3 hours, you're just going to try to kick back and see if they're going to entertain you. But that was Monday nights, man. It's going to be wild. It does not look like they're going to stick around. I want to see what you guys are saying, man. Let me go to some super chats up here, man. I know a lot of you guys chimed in via the super chats. Let me get it on the big screen if you don't mind. Stegmeister started us off. 2-spot coffee. Happy Rumble Week unit. Now let's get amplified. Stegmeister and the 13th membership, bro. 13 months strong. Stegmeister, can you believe this, bro? Netflix. I told you, even when I'm right? Even when I'm right, I'm still kind of shocked because it's actually happening, right? I'm hearing that they're most likely going to have to sign on with a streaming service. I thought it would be Amazon because I just knew they were not going to get what they were asking for cable. SmackDown, they didn't even get what they were asking for. But just to see it in real time and to know that it's going to Netflix, you're going to have to stream Monday Night Raw. The first time in over 30 years, the episodic television is done. It's going to streaming. Man, Stegmeister, what a day, bro. What a day of just shocking news in the wrestling world. It could go to 2 hours. Somebody in the chat said, what about 2 hours? Absolutely. Everything's on the table right now. They probably want the 3 hours, though. I'll tell you why. It's because, just like cable, they're going to get a lot more ad revenue. 3 hours, they would add a fourth if they could. But Netflix, the whole thing, guys, is to keep you streaming. They want to. That's why the whole binge concept was originated. I don't know if you guys know that. That's why they love when you binge things. Now they ended up finding out that once you binge it, a lot of people take off for a while. And they don't like that. But they like when you binge a whole series, right? 6 hours, 10 hours. They want you there the whole day. So 3 hours every Monday, and they're going to add ad revenue because they're adding ads. I mean, this could be a big W for Netflix. But trust me, it's going to stay. It's going to stay 3 hours. If they could add a fourth, they would. Sam Byers, bro. 5-spot coffee with the super emoji, or the super sticker, I should say. I got it right. Sam Byers, who, by the way, just like Stegmeister, also 13-month membership. Sam Byers, salute, brother. Kappa Owens with a 2-spot coffee. BC and the Amplified Unit. What's up? Such epic news. Bicep. Kappa Owens, I'm stunned, bro. I'm stunned. Even though we knew they were leaning toward streaming service, to see this, it's absolutely just, this is one of the biggest, in all the years that I've been watching, not just covering, I've been covering wrestling over 5 years now, but all the years I've been watching, this is one of the biggest news days I can remember. The Rock news alone is massive. The Netflix moves, just stories that we're hearing ever since the news broke. I mean, a lot of details. It's just opening up so many realms of possibilities. Anyway, Kappa Owens, I appreciate you, bro. Brad Boyer. What up, Brad? What up, BC and the Amp Unit? Let's get amplified. Don't forget to hit the up, amplified style. Gold and red team, go, Brad. I appreciate you. I forgot to even say that, Brad. How long have we been live? 49 minutes? Brad is right. If you guys didn't smack that up, if you don't mind, let's get that over 100 for sure. There's no reason that shouldn't be. Oh, we're already over 100. What am I saying? Over 150. Nice. Let's take that to 200 then. I appreciate it. Brad, are you gold status? Where are you at in the chat, Brad? I know you were a gold card member. Where's Brad at? Brad, are you still up in here, bro? Brad, there better be a gold card after your name, bro. Because you were one of the first ones, I believe, no? Brad Boyer. Where's Brad Boyer at? Yeah! There it is. There's that gold card, Brad. I knew there was a gold card after your name. I knew it. Brad was one of the first ones. I don't know if you came off and on, though, so maybe that affected the month status. But, Brad, salute, brother. I appreciate the coffee, man. And obviously, the channel membership is next level. I want to give a shout out over to Josh, 2-Spot Coffee in the Super Chats. BC, you are the GOAT, like CM Punk. Hey, no player hating, bro. I might not be the biggest Punk fan, but I am enjoying his work ever since he got back, and that's all I ever wanted to do. Alternative entertainment wrestling or world wrestling entertainment. I want to enjoy Punk's work. I want him to have that damn smile. I want him to be freaking happy so that we all get a better product. A better CM Punk is a better product for all of us. A miserable CM Punk, and, well, we saw what that leads to. But when Punk is on his A game, good business is to be had, man. I loved that. What do you call that? Summer of Punk or Summer of Cena? What did you guys call that? When it was the whole Punk versus Cena thing, and he showed up and they both held up their championships. That whole thing was epic. That was right after the pipe bomb. Come on, bro. That was epic. Let me get, where did I leave off there? What was that called? Was that the Summer of Punk or Cena, man? Stegmeister, Malachi, Summer of Punk. Yes, that's what it was called, yeah. James Shrimp Fajitas, 12-month membership. James, you were 13, no? Are you 12? Did we just miss out on it, James? 12 months. That's a full year of membership from one of my tried and trues. James Shrimp Fajitas. What up, BC? What are your thoughts on Kevin Patrick? Didn't belong on the commentary table, but getting fired is harsh. Well, did he get fired, though, James Shrimp? I heard he was just relieved from his duties on the commentary table. So hold on. Was it an actual firing? Because I was trying to compile all the other news. Hold on. I got a perfect site. You guys don't know about this site, but I got a perfect site that tells me exactly what I need to know pretty quickly. Kevin Patrick is out at the SmackDown lead commentary. Yeah. It just wasn't working, is what an insider said. So not fired, right, guys? I'm just hearing he's removed from the commentary. So I'm just going to go with that for now, guys, because I don't want to speculate on if he was fired from the company. I don't think he was. I would have gotten several other texts on that from insiders that I have in these companies. So, or to do with the companies, I should say. But I didn't get anything like that. But I did hear that he was relieved from his duties on SmackDown for the commentary team. Now, James Shrimp Fajitas, first of all, salute, man. Channel membership, but just you being you, bro. Keep on rocking, James Shrimp Fajitas. I said from day one, I like Kevin Patrick, guys. I do. I like Kevin. He was really good as a backstage interviewer. I don't know why Byron Saxton is doing interviews and Kevin Patrick is babbling on commentary. I like Kevin Patrick. He's a really good backstage interviewer. He absolutely sucked on commentary. Not as bad as Adnan Virk and Jim Smith. You guys remember those people? Oh, it was like a revolving door for a while there on Raw. But Kevin Patrick, he sounded like he was out of breath because he would gasp things. It's Sheamus! Oh my goodness! Corey, I can't believe it! Corey, it's Sheamus! It's Sheamus, Corey! I can't believe it! I can't believe it, Corey! I can't believe it, Corey! It's Sheamus! It's a Claymore! It's a Claymore party! It's a party! It's a Claymore party! Corey! It's a Claymore! A Claymore party! It's a Claymore party! A Claymore party, Corey! It's a Claymore party! I never knew what he was saying. He was just screaming shit. He sounded like he was out of breath. It was the most uncomfortable calls I've ever heard. And it's like, how is it taking this long? This isn't about somebody getting better at their job, right? If you're hired as a cook and you start burning all the steaks, or you overcook the steaks, maybe somebody can teach you how long they should be on each side for. Maybe they can teach you that. But if they hire you as a cook and you burn the place down, you probably just aren't good at what you do. You're on commentary. This is not something you can just learn if you don't have the it factor, right? Gorilla Monsoon was amazing because he had the it factor. Lord Alfred Hayes was amazing because Lord Alfred Hayes had the it factor. Jimothy Ross had the it factor. You just have it. And I'm not even talking color commentators like Bobby the Brain Heenan. But you just have it. You can't just grab any fucking body and say you're going to be the broadcast, you're going to be the commentator. Because if that's the case, Corey Graves would have been gone a long time ago. But Corey is good at what he does as a color commentator. He has the it factor. He just does. Pat McAfee, it factor. Sometimes you find a gem. A lot of times you fail. Adnan Virk was a failure. Jim Smith was a failure. Mike Adamle, you guys remember Mike Adamle? Failure. Kevin Patrick, much love and respect, failure. You have to have the it factor, man. You have to. I'm not asking you to be the next Jim Ross or Gorilla Monsoon. But that's hard to listen to every single Monday or Friday night. And what you're telling me is that's the best you've got. I call BS. Wade Barrett, really good, by the way. Exactly. I just feel we stuck with Kevin Patrick too long. What's the reason? I'm not saying the guy should be fired, guys. Keep your job. Give him a raise. But keep him as a backstage interviewer. He was really good as a backstage interviewer. Byron Saxton is really good with Corey Graves. The way they play off one another, and Corey Graves is always picking on poor Byron like he's Carlton Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The way that Will Smith would always pick on Carlton Banks, man, they had that type of relationship. Why are you stuffing Byron Saxton backstage and putting Kevin Patrick on the commentary table? I have no idea. And they refuse to take an L on it. They get all this feedback and they're like, well, let's try it again. Let's bring him over to SmackDown. Let's bring Michael Cole to work both shows because this fucking guy still isn't getting it. And Michael Cole at the top of the year finally gets to leave SmackDown and Kevin Patrick still isn't getting the hang of it. At this point, put in Todd Pettengill. Remember Todd Pettengill? This guy still has a magic voice. Put him in there. He'll probably rock it out. He was always just a backstage interviewer, but my point is that's what you're doing with Kevin Patrick. You're just pulling a backstage interviewer, and you're acting like he's Mean Gene Okerlund. It's Kevin Patrick. Anyway, James Shrimp Fajitas, you brought up a really good topic. I got amplified. You guys can thank James Shrimp Fajitas on that, bro. Yeah, James Shrimp Fajitas, my articles are wrong. Just happy he's off of commentary. Yeah, no problem, James Shrimp Fajitas. I knew he didn't get fired, or at least not, I didn't hear anything of it. But I did hear, I'm glad you did bring that up, because there's so much to talk about with the other news, obviously. I didn't get a chance to even mention that yet. So, James Shrimp Fajitas, and honestly, I was going to forget all about that. So I appreciate that big time. Let me go back. I know there was other super chats. James Shrimp Fajitas, bro. 12-month membership strong. Josh, I got Josh, right? BC, you are the GOAT. Like CM Punk, man. I'm loving the work that Punk's doing since he's been back. Jay Khan, 5-spot coffee. And here is a coffee for the best. BC. Well, Jay Khan, if you're going to chuck a coffee at the channel, allow me to give you a massive salute, brother. Salute to Jay Khan. Because if I'm the best, that means you're the best in the community, the amplified unit. Jay Khan, I appreciate you, dude. Go Jackets. What's up, Go? Go Jackets with a 5-spot coffee. So, BC, what you're saying is The Rock just got his seat at the table. No need to face Roman now, LOL. Well, it's funny you say that, Go Jackets, because a lot of people truly think that's what he's talking about. Should I sit at the head of the table? And he just got that seat, $30 million, for just to wear the t-shirt of the brand, basically. That's what this is, $30 million in stock awards over the course of 24 to 25. So that's amazing. But that's not what it means, though, Go Jackets. But that was a fun conversation, right? People thought that's what he was talking about. He was on, I think it was First Take earlier. The Rock was. I'm telling you, this was a WWE blitz. Nick Khan, the CEO of WWE, was on the Pat McAfee show on ESPN. The Rock was on First Take with Stephen A. They're all over the place. Vincent Kennedy McMahon did a Q&A. Ari Emanuel is speaking out. Netflix has delivered 4 different statements. This is massive. But The Rock was asked time and time again, is there a chance for a matchup with you and Roman? And he said again, I want to play the long game. Again, this deal at the board of directors, it's through 2025. Do they set something up at this year's Mania, let Cody finish the story and win the title, thanks to The Rock? And then at 41, do we see The Rock and Roman? It's interesting, right? Because he yet again, he said he's playing the long game with him and Roman. Well, only a few months isn't that long. So it makes you think. But on top of that, he did say, because he was pressed, and they asked him yet again, they said, is there a chance that you could be facing Roman this year at Mania? And he finally caved in. He says, there is a chance. Yes, there's a chance. So, I don't know, man. It's definitely happening. It's just about how long is this long game? Hold on, guys. I know there was more. Just give me a second. I got to refresh. I like to get the super chats on the big screen, man. There they are. There we go. Whole nother round. David Raids. David, 14 spot, $13.99. BC is the man. Love the podcast, bro. Will this be the end of the PG era moving to Netflix? David, I appreciate the words, brother. I appreciate having you up in here. Salute to David Raids. And to answer your question, again, just like James Shrimp Fajitas, I got to thank you, David, because another topic I wanted to talk about, and I would have forgotten it had you not brought it up. So, David, I appreciate you, brother, and thank you for bringing that up. This absolutely could lead to, and most likely will lead to, a change in the rating system. So, the PG, for instance, because at that point, guys, the advertising is going to be huge. But the subscription base is still going to take precedent. Make no mistake, the reason that they're doing this, paying $5 billion, is because they are going to be running ads. So that is something to still think about. If they feel like enough advertisers are turning them down, unfortunately, you will have to stay with the PG. But if they're able to come to a model where they can move that, you're going to generate a lot more buzz, obviously, outside of the PG realm. Statistics have already shown us that. So it's just a case of how much do you want to gamble? This is a company that just lost $5 billion on this deal. Do they want to gamble anymore? But there's absolutely a good chance that it could. They're going to run a lot of... Guys, they're going to run a lot of tests and polls and just so many metrics are going to be running at the same time over the next 10 and a half months. They're going to see the best business model to go forward. If they feel that PG is the way to go, then not much you can do about it. This is our best chance of getting something outside of PG, though. Finally, on a streaming service, this is our best chance. The only thing standing in our way of getting something outside the PG rating is the fact that ads are going to be running. If this was old school Netflix, there would be no ads. But this is a big part of their live event inclusion. The big asterisk is they're only doing this because they're going to make a shit ton of that $5 billion back on the ad revenue. We'll see, man. Doggo Creed up in the chat. Doggo Creed up in the chat. A bigger discussion would be what BC was hearing all along. Could it be accurate to a T? The whole fact that they're promoting Hulk Hogan in this big 40-year anniversary for his title reign, this close to Roman Reigns beating Hulk Hogan's reign this summer. What I was hearing, it is not a lock that Roman is losing that championship at Mania, guys. So I'm just asking, what if What if they actually have Roman leave Philadelphia still as champion? Then you know this was all done to get Hulk Hogan's number 2 spot. They're throwing Bob Backlund to the side, unfortunately. And Triple H wants Hulk Hogan's record beat, as does Vincent Kennedy. And then it's just Triple H's boy, Bruno Sammartino. That is HHH's favorite dude in the world, alongside Ric Flair. The only person outside of them would be Roman Reigns and Charlie Flair. And he already books Charlie Flair to the moon, and Roman Reigns has been champion since 1947, something like that. So, slight exaggeration. But guys, there's a chance that Roman is going to get Hulk Hogan's record. I've been hearing this I was the first person to even bring that up to you when it was first being talked about down in Florida. I told you guys that. Here we are all these months later, and all of a sudden, this past Monday, this close to the record being broken, Hulkamania is running wild. Just saying, man. Guys, this was being talked about for a long time. When I told you guys that week, it was already started, previous. It wasn't on that day. So it's possible. David Raids, appreciate it, bro. Jimmy Fingers 19. What up, Jimmy Fingers 19? 2019, a mini banger bomb. Jimmy Fingers 19, I got to give you a salute before I read that super chat, brother. Always good seeing you up in here. Gold status, I don't got to tell you guys that. Jimmy Fingers 19 says, missed the Raw review, BC, but I saw the Punk Cody face-off. I thought it was a good back and forth, but was it me or was the crowd not that electric for it? I think they were waiting for that big, like the big jabs, the haymakers, and they never really came. Each one only had one apiece, Jimmy Fingers 19, but I definitely heard the gaps that you're referring to. So no, it wasn't just you. They were waiting for the zingers, right? The jabs. There was only one apiece. Cody hit Punk with the I'm more punk than you are. And CM Punk hit him with the I guess I'm more the American dream than you. Those were the big haymakers, right? Aside from that, it was just a nice, consistent back and forth promo. I could have done another 10, 15 minutes. I would have been fine. I think a lot of people were also hoping to hear something about alternative entertainment wrestling, AEW. That was not the time and place. You're promoting the Rumble. WrestleMania is around the corner. Why would you give AEW the spotlight? Why would you talk about that just to appease the niche audience on the IWC realm? So everybody can jump on their tweeters and go, did you hear the AEW diss? Did you guys hear what they said about alternative entertainment wrestling? Stupid. Stop. Relax. We don't always have to bring up the other company. Just because one company is constantly bringing up the other doesn't mean the other has to do such to the other. Hopefully that makes sense. Jimmy Fingers 19, I will say this. When the crowd was into it, this was very telling. Cody Rhodes had the bigger reaction. The Cody Rhodes... CM Punk. Whoa, backtrack it, BC. Backtrack it. CM Punk had the louder reception. The CM Punk chants far outweighed the Cody Rhodes. In fact, at the beginning, I felt bad for Cody because they waited, right? After the Punk chant winded down, Punk and Cody gave it a second because we all felt the Cody chant was going to pick up, right? It never did. In fact, what little chant got started was muffled by more CM Punk chants. So... now, Jimmy Fingers 19, you said you didn't catch the review, the Monday Night Raw review. If you have a moment, check it out. I mean, it was over an hour long, so you're going to need more than a moment. But I tell you how, that's why you got to be careful with these babyface and babyface promos, because one of them might look really bad. If one is dynamically more over than the other, and that CM Punk chant, it was almost embarrassing for Cody. And, I love Cody. Major supporter of Cody Rhodes. And that's why I felt bad for the dude. That CM Punk chant got loud 3 separate times. Very interesting, man. And that's why it's risky to put all these baby faces with each other. But Paul Levesque McMahon, HHH, he loves to do this face versus face stuff all the time. He loves to do heel versus heel. I still don't know why Damian Priest, a heel, was taking on what should be a heel, but he's a tweener, Drew McIntyre in the main event. And the show ended with Drew winning and Michael Cole going, "See you Saturday night for the Rumble. Good night, everybody." That's the cliffhanger? We waited 3 hours to watch tweener McIntyre defeat heel Priest? I don't care if R-Truth is the most comedic dude in the world. That was not a good finish to Monday Night Raw. That's not how you finish a go-home show to one of your big 4 pay-per-views, premium live events. That was BS, bro. And Priest is already irrelevant as much as I like the dude. That briefcase is an anchor. It's holding him down. It's not allowing him to soar. Ever since he got the briefcase, it's like he's hindered by it. Because they don't know how to utilize him into the title situation. Who's he going to beat? Seth Rollins? Is he going to beat CM Punk? Is he going to beat Roman Reigns? Is he going to beat who? The Rock? Cody Rhodes? Who is it? Damian Priest is not winning the championship from any of them because he shouldn't be. Build him up. He was more relevant when he was taking on Bad Bunny. It was a fun storyline. Damian Priest was good. The match was good. You throw a briefcase on him and you have nothing for him. And the way he's been booked, nobody's going to take him seriously when he does win the championship, if that was to happen. It wouldn't even matter. He lost again last night, man. Damian Priest lost again last night. What's your asterisk? Nobody's going to remember in 7 days or much less later tonight that R-Truth was the interference. R-Truth had his money and he threw it all over the ring. If it wasn't for R-Truth, Priest would have won. That's not how you finish the go-home show to Royal Rumble, man. There was no anticipation to get to Saturday night. There's no intrigue. I said it in the Raw review. I would have much rather what we've done 1,000 times. Just have the whole locker room empty out to the ring and have one big, massive 30-person brawl. That would be more fun than Drew pinning Priest and Michael Cole going, "Drew wins! See you Saturday night. Good night, everybody." I don't get it, man. And I don't know why Damian Priest is a tweener. He should not be. If you go full throttle heel, it'll be beneficial to Drew. If they half-ass the heel turn, it'll be a detriment to Drew. Jimmy Fingers 19. That was a long-winded answer, bro. But for a 20 spot, you deserve the long-winded answer on that. Jimmy Fingers 19, I'll give you another salute if you don't mind, brother. Always good seeing you up in here. Tay-Tay, the Savior, 5-spot coffee. Tay-Tay, the Savior. I like that. Can we get Vic Joseph or Mauro Ranallo to replace KP on SmackDown? Mauro Ranallo was so much fun. I know he's got some things that he was working through as well, and Vincent Kennedy in your ear was not a benefit to him. Paul Levesque McMahon in his ear would be much, much more beneficial. So, I mean, the answer, I don't know about Vic Joseph, to be honest with you. He seems pretty sturdy down there in NXT, but Mauro Ranallo, there's a name. There's a name, dude. Wow, man. We don't talk about him enough, actually, do we? Mauro Ranallo, he just wasn't around long enough. Sadly, he put everything into all of his calls, though. I'll tell you that much. I don't know. I never really gave that much thought, Tay-Tay the Savior. But you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I would take him 1,000,000,000% over Kevin Patrick from day one. So my answer is a resounding yes. Vic Joseph, it looks like he's staying NXT bound, though. But Tay-Tay the Savior, man. Appreciate it. Good call on Mauro. Blast from the past. That was a candle that burned out pretty quickly, unfortunately. Courtney Ward, 2-spot coffee. Courtney! The Rock and Tony Khan. You called it a while ago. Courtney, are you up in the chat? What part of it did I call? The Rock and Tony Khan. You called it a while ago. Courtney, are you still up in here? Oh man, I don't know how long ago that super chat was. Courtney, if you're still up in the chat, let me know on what part was I right. But I'm not surprised. When I do these uploads, I'm always coming from the most factual place, guys. I did all my research. I collect all my facts. There's going to be opinions being discussed, of course, but the majority of what we're talking about is just numbers, stats, metrics, right? It's facts. People can disagree all they want. It's not going to change like the actual facts that we're discussing. So, Courtney, I mean, that's what I always try to do. You know, people may not like it. I know that's tough. You may not like it. You may not feel the same way about it. Oh, about Rock joining WWE? Is that what you guys are? Yeah, well, you mean Nick Khan, by the way? Oh, maybe Nick Khan. Courtney, maybe you mean Nick Khan, The Rock and Nick Khan. Yeah, they've always been in cahoots. You're talking about childhood friends. And the young Rock, that was Nick Khan's sister, who was pretty much, what, director or producer of that? Show creator, something. Nick Khan's sister was running that show, Young Rock, on NBC. I mean, the whole family is so tight with The Rock. Do you guys know that Endeavor was a talent agency, management group, and The Rock has been with them for a decade plus? Did you guys know that? I mean, these individuals, Vince and Nick Khan and The Rock, Endeavor, they've all been linked up from day one, man. It's just wild. Business is wild, isn't it? These are all just billionaires just making more and more money by the day. It's wild, bro. Let me go over to Courtney. I appreciate you. You know that. Let me make sure I got everybody, man. Let me give another shout out too and see if I got everybody on the super chats. Man, I appreciate all the support and love, guys. This was literally on 25 minutes notice, but you guys rocked it out. Super chats were Ash Stegmeister Stegel, Sam Byers, Brad Boyer, Kappa Owens, Josh, Jay Khan, Go Jackets, David Raids, Jimmy Fingers 19, Tay the Savior, and Courtney Ward. I appreciate you guys big time, man. Gold status, D. Wayne, what up, brother? Welcome. Eric Leno still rocking that gold. Shout out to all my red team, man. Everybody up in the chat. It's easier for me to see the gold cards. That's why it's literally, at least on my screen, it's a green name with a gold card. So that's why I'm giving my members the shout outs. They just kind of pop off the screen. So, but I'm showing the love to everybody. Trust me. All right. The shout outs are usually just gold because it stands out. It's easier for me to read on the screen. Much love and respect, guys. This has been over an hour. I tried to keep this under an hour. There was just a lot to discuss. So I appreciate you guys for sticking with me the entire time. I'm going to keep trying to find out more. Yeah, there's just so much, man. I compiled a lot. I've been busting my ass for you guys all day on this. Hopefully you guys got a lot of good info. I'm going to keep on top of this over the next 24 hours, especially. And anything that comes up detail-wise, we will discuss it. But this is massive. This is one of the biggest stories in pro wrestling. This is one of the biggest snowball effect stories we're going to see. This is going to trickle down to other sports, other entertainment avenues. This streaming thing, man. The money that is involved in it. You're going to see a lot more games in the NFL, especially playoffs on like Peacock and Amazon. This is big, guys. Nazmul, I appreciate you, brother. Nazmul Hussein with a buck spot. Appreciate it, bro. All right, guys. I'm going to let you rock out, man. There's been 2 uploads today. One over an hour-long live stream, and then there was over an hour-long Raw review a few hours ago. So I basically gave you guys over 2.5 hours of content today. So I'm guessing you have plenty to listen to. And for those of you that caught every second of both, come on, bro. You guys are the very best. Salute to all of you. I've been nursing that coffee, man. The second we're done, I'm going to down that, go to the local Dunkin' and pick up I'm going to double fist a couple of Dunkins, man. A latte and an extra. Appreciate it, guys. I'll keep on track of this. A huge day in the pro wrestling world, and BC has you covered. There ain't nobody, and I do mean nobody, that presents all of the info like we do on this channel. I appreciate you guys so much, man. You always showing BC the love. Just know it's right back to you. I appreciate over 200 on the ups, too, on 25 minutes of notice on a Tuesday afternoon into the evening. Let's go to 250. No reason why not. And for everybody that is not going to catch this live, all of my amplified unit, whether you're a channel member or Red Team Go, even though you weren't able to catch us live, I appreciate you guys too. And you got to do the same thing. You got to smash that up. Show that love and respect, man. Just because you ain't live doesn't mean you ain't got a job to do. You ain't got a duty. Especially if you're sporting a gold card. You have to. That's a prerequisite. Stegmeister, you started us off, bro. It's only fitting that you end us off with a 2-spot coffee. 2 hours later. A little more than 2 hours later. Stegmeister, we'll check you, brother. Hey, guys, don't forget, too, I hope to be live Saturday night for the Royal Rumble. So even if you're going to watch the live broadcast and have Michael Cole chewing your ear off, stop by every now and again throughout Saturday night. Check up on the channel. Check up on BC. See how the board is, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We'd love to have you several times throughout the night, or if you just want to keep us on the whole night, right? Just keep BC on your phone or maybe on a side screen. See what BC's ranting about, right? You're watching the broadcast, all of a sudden you see BC flipping out. Sorry, Michael, mute. Got to hear what BC's talking about. All right, guys, check you, man. Until next time, and there will be that next time. Top guys, we're out. BC saying check you. Peace. Go long. Go long. Come on. Get that sheen up there. Yes, there you go. There it is.